So hello everyone, it's your boy Devish and it's our 10th episode of our RPG series, and today's video we will work on our farming system. Like our player can plant the seed only in a suitable location or land, and after planting we have to water our plants to help them to grow, and it will start growing, and once it will be fully grown the unripe fruit will also starts to come out, and once the unripe fruit will be fully mature you can see that they will become ripe. So that's what we are going to cover in this video, and in upcoming video we will work on the harvesting system and collecting the fruits. So let's get begin. So let's see what are the stuffs we have inside our content browser. So here you can see I have this folder for now where I have two animation. One is for our watering the plants and second one is for our sowing the seed. Actually I don't find the perfect animation, so that's why I picked them from Mixamo. Make sure to use the proper animation which suits for your project. And apart from that I have this two sound effects. First is for our sowing and another one is for our watering the plants. And lastly I have this watering jar. I don't know the actual name, so whatever you say. And in the very last I also downloaded this grapes asset from Megascan so that we can use it as our fruits in our plant. So the first thing first that we are going to do is we will directly work on our plant and then we will work on our other stuffs. So for that what you have to do, simply right click on your content browser, blueprint class, actor, create a blueprint actor for your plant, name it whatever you want and double click to open it. And inside of a plant there will be three main components that we need. First will be our actual plant, then the fruits that are going on this plant, and third will be the base of our plant. Like once the player will sow the seed, the thing that player will see at that period we will call it as a base, and this all three component will be a static mesh. So let's add them. For the base I'm using this guy here, and for our actual plant that will carry the actual fruits I will use something that has more dense leaves so that we can attach our fruits there. I think this will work fine for me. And what I'm going to do, I will increase the size of my plant to something like 4, something like this. And now we need our fruits, so I will duplicate my plant, I will name it as fruits and we will select the grapes, and now rearrange them as per your need. And I will duplicate my fruits to get more fruits. You can go on with how many you want, and I think that's enough. Now the next step that we are going to do is to come back to your event graph. Here delete everything except our begin play, and on our begin play what we are going to do, we will make a timeline here. This timeline will actually cover the time that is required for our plant to grow, and here inside this timeline you can play with the values as per your need, but just for tutorial I will keep the time very less so that I can show the complete procedure of plant growing and we will not waste any time. Now what next you have to do, simply open this by double clicking, and here under length make a length. So for just now I will make it something like 20, and under track I will add a new float track. I will name it time for plant to grow, and here by right clicking add a new key and keep its value something like 0, like the time will be 0 and the value will be 0 too, and create another key. The time for this will be 20, the exact time that you are using for your length, and the value will be 1. Now it will look something like this. Now back to our event graph, there you will find we have this new value. This is the time that we are going to use to increase the size of our plant. So from this search for lerp, you will get the idea what this lerp will actually do. So instead of a I will change it to alpha, and in the a I will keep its value something like 0.1, and in the B I will keep the default value which is 4. And from this update what you wanna do while this timeline will go on, you wanna set the relative scale for not fruit, for our plant, and then simply right click on our this new scale 3D and split our struct pins and join everything with our return value. Now what this thing will do, you will get the idea very soon. So now as soon as I will place my this guy over this plant in my map, you can see how it's looking, but soon I will simulate it, you will see what is happening here. So there you can see like it's growing. Okay, one mistake, it will not start from our play, it will start from play from start. Bit confusing, yeah. Now let's give it a try. Now you can see that our plant is growing. Like after 20 seconds its height will be increased to our desired height which is 4. So that's how we are going to work on this. Now there you can see, if I will like replay this, you can see our graphs are here, we can easily see that. So we also have to work on that. So what we will do here, we will hide our grapes. So I will simply select them all and I will search for hidden in the game, and I will enable this thing. Now you can see there is no more grapes here. So grapes will be not visible when our plant is growing, and later on once the plant will grow then we will set our grapes visible. So let's go for it. We will drag our all this 4 fruits, and from it I will search for hidden in the game. and I will connect all of them as a target. And once this thing will be finished, like once our timeline will be finished, we wanna make them false. Like this will be no more hidden in the game. So let's see. Let's do one thing. Let me reduce the time to something like maybe 10, and let's make the value of this guy 10 as well, so that it will be fast. And as I said, you can obviously play with the all values as per your need. And now you can see it's growing very fast, and after 10 seconds it will be on its full size, which is 4, and on finish we will get our grapes here. So you can see it's working absolutely fine, but we need to do something more here. So after this thing will finish, instead of directly just making them visible, what we can do the same timeline here for our grapes too, so that it will feel like they are also growing. So what I will do, I will just move it aside from our finish. I will get another timeline, or let's just simply copy this guy here and paste it, and I will just from this finish I will connect this here. So once this will be finished, we will start over this thing, and once this will be start on update, what we will do, we will set this thing as visible, and again from our test we will get our lerp node. I will connect it with the time for our plants to grow, and instead of from 1, we will start it from 0 to make it look more good. And I will connect it with the same node, set relative scale 3D, and for the target we will use this guys again, because we want it for all of our fruits. You can make array here just to keep everything organized, but just for tutorial I'm doing it like this, and connect the return value with our this all values. So now let's see how it's looking now. So now you can see it's growing, and once this will be over, our fruit will start to grow. So there you can see our fruit is also growing, and yeah, they are increasing in size, and now they are done. But I'm not done with them yet, because I want them to be unripe, then they will become ripe. So I needed something like that. So for that, what I will do, I will only play with the materials. So let's go for it. Let me open any of our fruits. Yeah, there is a material, and I don't have any unripe fruit material. So what I will do, I will simply duplicate this guy, and I will change the material setting for him here. So I will just make it a bit green. I think that's good for it. So now all I have to do is to select this guy here, and I will select my fruits, and I will change their material. And now if you will see here, yeah, it looks more like a plastic, but just because I don't have a material, that's why I'm doing it. But if you have a proper plant, like a plant with the proper fruits assets and all, because right now I'm using this bush and I'm attaching a fruit here, that's why it looking bit weird. But if you will use a proper asset, then it will look much better. And what we will do, like right now it will grow as unripe fruit, and once this thing will be done, we want to change the material of this guy. So what I will do here, I will add a delay node here, like a delay node, and after just let's see 4 seconds, we want to change the material of our all these fruits. So I will copy them all, and from here I will search for set material. I will connect them all in our target, and for material we will choose our original material. I will connect it with our complete. So now let's give it a try. So there you can see how it's growing. So now it's growing, and after growing, our fruits are also growing. Oh, actually fruit become ripe very fast just because of our timeline. So let's make the timeline bit shorter for tutorial. You can obviously, as I already said it many times, you can play with this values as per your need. Let me make it 4. Same for our time. There is some background noise in my background. Make sure to ignore it and cooperate a bit. I'm very sorry for this. Back to our event graph. Now our time is for 4 seconds. So I will increase it to something like let's say 8 seconds maybe, and let's see, our plant is growing. Now our fruit starts to grow, they are growing, and once they will reach there, after a while, the material will be changed. So now they are ripe from unripe. So that's what our basic concept is for our plant. Now we will work on a player, like how our player will be able to plant our this guy in map. So we'll work on this. So let me close the material tab here and open your player's blueprint. And in our case, you all know that we are using third person character. So the first thing first that we are going to use here, take any of my key, and later on we will change it with our enhanced input action. So for now I'm using my right mouse button, and what this will do, once we will press our right mouse button, it will do a line trace by channel, and the start location for this line trace will be our actor location. So search for get actor location, and the end point will be nothing but adding some values in it, like let's say 97 I guess, and connect it in the end. And let me do it for duration so that we will be able to see this, and let me change the color to blue. And now let's see So now if I'll press, oh, it's going upward. That means we have to just add a negative here so that it will go downwards. So now if I'll press, you can see that it's hitting the ground. So we are getting the idea that where it's hitting. So now what next? Like if it is hitting, then we'll check if the ground is suitable for our seed or not. We don't want our guy to planting on top of our roof or any place. So we need a specific place where our guy can plant the seed. So for that, what we will do, from our this out hit, we will break a node. We'll break this result. From our this hit actor, we will search for actor has a tag, and then we will get a branch here, and from this we will connect it, and the tag will be nothing but farm. That will work fine. And now once this will be done, like once it will be true, we will do other stuff. But if it will be false, what we will do, we will print a string and that says not suitable to sow the seed. Now let's see if it's working or not. So let's give it a try and see what it's saying. So if I will click my right mouse button, you can see it's saying not suitable for sowing the seed. That means this guy don't have, like this actor on which I am standing don't have that tag. So if I will add the tag, then only it is going to do the stuff that we want. So what next we will do here, from this true, what we are going to do, we will play a montage. So from here I will search for play montage, and under in skeletal mesh component we will connect our character mesh, and under montage we will play the montage that we have for our sowing seed, which is inside my this folder. So I will simply open it. Actually I need to adjust the pelvis bone because it is bit upside, because I got this from Mixamo. That's why it's not properly arranged, so I'm arranging it. But if you will take this project from my Patreon, everything will be all setted for you, so no need to worry. And I will add the key here, and I think that's good. The next thing that we have to do is to right click on our this animation, from create a montage, and I will simply apply it here. Just open this montage because we will need to do some more stuff here. So when this guy is going downwards, like something like here, I will add a notifier. Why notify? You will get the idea very soon. And I will add one more track here. This will contain our sound effect just to make it more cool. I'm adding it, but if you don't have, then you can skip this part. I forgot the name. Yeah, this one, sewing. So now this is how it will sound. Yeah. Perfect. And if you even have a classical system here, then you can use it. It will look much better. And from that notifier, the notifier, remember that we just made, from that what we want to do, once this notifier will be begin, we want to sow our seed. So from our on notifier begin, we are going to search for spawn actor from class, and this will be nothing but our plant. So here just search for BP fruiting plant, and under the spawn transformation, because we need a place where this guy will be spawning. So for that, again come to our hit result, and from here this place, the location we are getting from our hit result, just simply bring it here and connect it with our transformation, so that will work as our transformation. Yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. Now let's give it a try. So now if I will try to place this, I am unable to do it, and I'm unable to do it here too, because we don't have our actor tag here. So for that, what you have to do, simply open the details panel of our this guy, and here search for tag, and under tag type one that we just added inside our third person character. The same thing, remember the spelling should must be same, otherwise it will not work. So just copy and paste it if you are not confirmed for your spellings. And now let's give it a try. So if I will just try to do this here, it will print this not suitable to sow the seed. But if I will do it here, you can see it's planting this, and it's working absolutely fine. Okay, so the thing that is wrong here, like this animation is reverse, so I have to make it reverse. So all I will do is to just add a negative here, negative 1.3. Now it will look better. Let me just refix everything here. I will add this here. I will add this here. Now it will work absolutely fine. Let's give it a try again. Now it is just looking the seed, and now he's planting, and after planting you can see the plant started growing. Perfect. So the next thing that we don't want our plant to be directly grown. Like after planting them, they are just started growing. We don't want that thing. And there are more bugs that I want to show you. Let me show them first, so that we will fix them first. Then we will move on our different things. So if I will I'm just spamming my right mouse button, and you can see how it's behaving. And if I will try to move while planting, I can do this. You can see. So it's a bit glitchy and very buggy. And one more thing, if I will if I will jump and I will try to just press my right mouse button, it will show this errors. So we also have to work on this all stuffs. So the very first thing, just to avoid the repetition, what I will do, I will simply move it here, and from this press I will get a do once node. So left click and press O in your keyboard to get a do once node. So everything will be happen only for once, but we want it to be resetted after a particular condition, and we will look for that condition very soon. And just to avoid that thing, like just to avoid this errors that I just showed you, get a valid node from here, and under this input object, this will be nothing but our hit actor. And last thing, not to forget the movement, like animations are playing but we are able to move, so we have to also work on that. So for that, what you can do, simply get your character movement, and from here search for set active. Once this thing will happen, our movement will be gone completely, and once this all thing will be completed, like from our completed, we will connect back our this character movement again, so that we will have everything in our control. So now let's give it a try. I'm pressing it again, nothing is happening. Okay, I'm unable to do it because we forgot to reset everything. So there is a node for the reset. You can see the pen is for our reset. So what you want, if it's not valid, then we will again go for reset. And if it's false, then we will again go for our reset. Once this all thing will be completed, we will again reset this guy like this. And now let's give it a final try. So there you can see, if I will jump and press my right mouse button, I will not get any error. You can see no errors are here. And now going next to our this field, and if I will try to spam, I'm spamming, but nothing is happening. And you can see it's working absolutely fine. And while spamming, if I will try to move, I'm unable to move because right now we are planting. So yeah, it's working absolutely fine. The next thing that we have to work is, after just planting, we don't want our plant to start growing. We want to give our plant some sort of water, then only it will start growing. So we have to work on that part. So let's go for it. So for that, what we will do first, I will create a blueprint interaction, but if you want, then you can use casting too, but that will create a lot more load in our game. So I will suggest you to use blueprint interactions. So let's create it here only. So right click in your content browser, under blueprints, create a blueprint interface, not interaction, it's interface, my mistake, and double click to open it. And here you will find a pre-created function. So just rename it, or you can create your own if you want, and I will name it on irrigate. Now open our plants blueprint, one that we just created, and here under class setting, and just implement this interface here, which is BPI plant. And after that, you will find under this interfaces, there is new event we have, which says on irrigate. So instead of our event begin play, we will go for our on irrigate, and we'll connect it with from start. So now this thing, like this complete growing process, will only take place when this irrigation happens. Now how this irrigation will take place? So for that, come back to our third person character. Here we are going to use another key. So I will copy this guy here, paste it, and I will change the key value. Let's use tab, and from here get a for each loop node, and from this array search for overlapping actor, and this actor will be our fruiting plant. So search for BP fruiting plant, and from this array element search for does implement interface, and this interface will be our BPI plant. And from this return value, get a branch to check whether it's true or not. So what this thing is doing here, it will check if we are overlapping with our plant or not. If we are overlapping, that means it will do this stuff, or if not, then it will do another stuff. So we can use our tab key for more purposes instead of just watering. So from true, what we are going to do, we will call our irrigation. So let me drag a node from this array element, and I will search on irrigation. And now let's see. So let's give it a try, and there you can see, if I will plant my seed here, you can see it's a large trees here because it is not hidden in our game. Let me show what I mean. So if I will go inside my viewport, you can see this guys are hidden. If I will search for hidden, you can see this guy are hidden, but this guy is not hidden. So we have to hide it first. So go again inside our event graph, and here in our this like plant, I will just enable hidden in a game. And once our irrigation will be start, like once the irrigation will start, I will get my plant again. I will search for set hidden in a game, and I will make it false so that it will work absolutely fine. Now let's see. So now if I will plant it here, like now I'm planting, there you can see only the small guy, the this leaf which we were trying to plant is here, and it's not growing until and unless we will press our tab key. So now I'm pressing tab key, but nothing is happening. Why nothing is happening? Because we are unable to detect our plant. So just to make it to detect the plant, what we have to do, simply add a sphere collision or any box collision that suit for you. So I will add a sphere collision here, and let me increase the size of this guy. And now if I will go and try to plant this, There you can see we can plant it. And now if I'll press my tab, you can see it started growing. So that's how it's working. But there are a few more things that we need to solve here first. And inside our BP fruit plant, I will select all my static meshes and I will make the collision as no collision. Now let's see if we are still facing that collision issue or not. Yeah, the collision issues are gone. If I will press tab here, now the plant started growing. There you can see. So yeah, it's working absolutely fine. Now we have to play the animation that we have for watering the plants. So this is the animation. Like, it is not for watering the plants, but something else. But we are going to use it just because now I'm not having a proper animation. So simply right click on his hand and add a socket. You can name the socket whatever you want. I will keep it as watering jar, and here in it I will add a preview asset, and this will nothing but our jar, and make sure to adjust it the way you want. And you can see the fingers are not attached, so I will adjust the fingers so that it will feel like it's grabbing the mug. Yeah, so it's all said done. Now is to right click on our this animation and create animation montage, and again inside it from here I will add a notifier. And why we are adding a notifier? Because we wanna enable our this jar visibility, and here only I will add another tag. This will be for our sound effect. And again, if you have a particle system for water, feel free to add here. Just because I don't have, so I'm not adding it. So I think we are all set done with our animations. Now let's work on this side. Let me move it here. I will put it here for now. And for this, I will simply copy our this all nodes. So I will copy it and I will paste it here. And inside our this montage to play, I will change it with our this watering montage. And now lastly, we want to add a visibility for our mug, like attaching the mug with our player, making it visible and invisible after a particular time. So for that, what I will do, come to our viewport here by selecting our mesh, add a static mesh. This will be our watering mug, so I will name it water mug. And for the parent socket, we will select water jar, one that we created, and inside it we will select our water jar, and I will set its visibility as hidden. So it will be hidden in the game for default, but soon the notifier will begin. It will be visible, and once the animation will be ended, it will be invisible. So again, I will copy this. Where is that hidden and non-hidden node? I think, yeah, I will copy this node here. I'm very lazy to just type, so just copy and pasting it here. I will paste it here. I will get my this guy here, attach it in our target, and once the notifier will begin, we will unhide it, and once the animation will be stopped, we want it to be again hidden in the game. And now let's give it a final try. So there you can see, if I will come here, I will sow my seed. That's it. And if I will press my tab, we can see I can water the plant, and now it will start growing. So it's growing, and we will also find our seeds, like, I mean, not seeds, our fruits. So there you can see we have our fruits which are unripe, and after a while, like after a time, it will also become ripe. And yeah, so we created a basic farming system. And right now I want to mention two things. We don't have a proper inventory system, so that's why we are using everything like this. But once we will have a proper inventory system, then on based over that item enums, we will arrange our this all stuffs again to get everything more organized and in a better way. And one more thing, in this video I'm not covering the harvesting system. We will cover that in upcoming videos, and that harvesting system will be also similar like this only. But once our inventory system will be done, we will also work on our carrying this fruit system and crafting seed from this fruits. We will work on that all stuff. So that's not for this video. If you have any query related to this, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and don't forget to join our Discord server for more updates, and you can get this project from the Patreon. Bye bye.